So we got into a few things this morning. We talked a little bit about a guy who caught his wife having sexy selfies in lingerie on her phone that he'd never seen before. Then we talked about sending some nudes and keeping it spicy in the bedroom when you're married. Also, sneaking out of the house. Did you sneak in? Did you sneak out? Did you get caught? What happened? Let's get going. 842-547-7. Yo, Rome, let's talk about these punk-ass dudes, man. These dudes here, I'll read it to you. Hey, Rome, let's talk about these men that got to ask permission for a beer when they go to work for the bills and pay the bills. They support the wife. Still need to ask permission to go out with the boys. Wow, I can't believe them guys. Well, we don't know their whole story, man. I mean, there are guys out there that are completely whooped by their woman, okay, for whatever reason, right? And they'll do whatever she says, have to ask permission. But there's also the majority of guys out there who got some priors. They got some strikes, bro. You got a couple strikes and your chick, you don't want that third strike. Sometimes you got to ask permission because you got a little crazy early in the relationship and she's ready to roll. So don't be too hard on these dudes just yet till we know the scenario. They might be trying to keep their chick from leaving. So they might ask a couple of questions more than you think they should because, hey, you don't got priors. All right, 842-547-7. And so talking about this dude who says he doesn't know what's up with these punk-ass dudes who work all day, pay the bills, take care of the wife, then they got to ask permission to have a beer with the boys, right? Well, he probably screwed up in the past. He probably messed up. He got some priors, man. He might have a strike or two. And he's not willing to lose it all yet. Not over that. All right, 842-547-7. Good morning, now. What's going on?
What's up, Rome Dog?
What up, brother?
Hey, man, you know what we call in Spanish the people that can't go out?
Who? What?
The guys that can't come out and play and drink?
Yeah, what do you call them?
We call them mandis.
What does that mean?
It's a mandilon. It's basically a guy that's tied up and can't come out. But you know what? I understand. The priors do have a lot to do with it. I'm a victim of that myself.
We all got priors, bro.
Yes, sir, Rome. You already know. We're dogs, man. It is what it is. We're pit bulls. You know what I mean, Rome?
Yeah,
we
that's
pit bulls,
funny,
man. We don't just bark, we bite.
That's funny, man. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't push too hard on these cats that gotta ask their wives for stuff because, man, sometimes you're lucky she's still there.
Exactly, bro. And still cooking.
All right, man,
And still cooking.
Yo, Rome, it's not asking permission. Maybe just respects their partner, and people in Bakersfield don't have that. Well, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of reasons to. That's a good point. Maybe he just respects. Maybe he asks, "Hey, can I go out?" And she says no. I mean, if she says no all the time, then you got a different problem on your hands. But I think really what it comes down to is this. There are a lot of dudes out there that got priors in some way. They got a couple of strikes and their chick's still holding on to them, but she got some restriction. They're like on parole. I mean, a lot of you guys are on parole right now with your chick. And you got to watch some of the things you do. Talking about this dude who says he doesn't know what's up with these punk-ass dudes who work all day, pay the bills, take care of the wife, then they got to ask permission to have a beer with the boys, right? Well, he probably screwed up in the past. He probably messed up. He got some priors, man. He might have a strike or two. And he's not willing to lose it all yet. Not over that. All right, 842-547-7. Good morning, now. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, Romeo? It's Cowboy Jess here.
What up, Cowboy Jess?
There's two types of men here. Gentlemen and a cowboy. Women don't want gentlemen be asking for permission, stuff like that, man. A woman want a cowboy to feel safe. For all these little punk gentlemen that want to be men, I got 20 acres. I'll teach them how to be a man.
Hold on, Cowboy Jess. Let me ask you a couple questions, okay?
Talk to me.
You got a chick right now?
No, I'm single.
Okay. Hold
Couples
on.
are single men.
Hold on. How many marriages you have?
Just three.
Just three. So you got three divorces, and you're single right now.
Yeah, because I choose to.
Okay, Cowboy Jess, let me handle the show from here on out, okay?
All right, then. All right. All right. Talk to you later, Romeo.
Later, brother.
All right.
Yeah, let me handle this one, Jess. Hey, Jess, you call up when you want to call up, but you let me handle this scenario, okay? It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. A guy hit me up talking about Rome. Let's talk about these punk-ass dudes that got to ask permission from their wives to go have a beer with the boys when they go, they pay the bills, they work all day, they take care of their wife, and they got to get permission. Well, sometimes people got priors, people got strikes, people got, some guys are living with a woman that overlooked a couple of things, and now they realize that if it happens one more time, they're out the door. All right? And so they ask permission now. Good morning, now. What's going on?
Romeo, Steeler Tyrone.
What's going on, Tyrone?
Man, first of all, man, why do we always have these guys texting in? Would you call in with your question talking about why guys are punks? You the one that's a punk that won't call in. Quit texting.
Well, that's the way of the world now, Tyrone. We all talk through texting.
Hey, but check this out, man. Tell your cowboy guy, yeah, we're not taking no advice from him with 3 X's. Tell him to go shovel some manure out there on that 20 acres or something.
Hold on, Tyrone. You got to look at Cowboy Jess's life, though, bro. He making a little dough. He probably got women, coming at him left and right because he a cowboy and he out there, doing things that women like for the first 6 months. And then, so he's probably having a good time right now, just,
Okay, that's good. But he needs to talk about being single, not about being married. Because obviously 3 times he ain't get it right.
Well, maybe it was their fault.
Okay. I can see that.
Yeah.
But nah. Cowboy, hey, check this out, bro. We all got our faults. And some of us going to ask permission and some of us not. Me, I'm asking permission. It's just what it is.
Well, when you got a couple of strikes, man, you have to if you want her to stay around.
And trust me, I've been doing real great around this time, so I'm going to keep on asking permission.
All right.
Y'all just don't know how my Valentine's Day weekend finna be turned up.
Why? What's going on?
Well, I'm just saying I asked permission.
All right,
Let me just say
Tyrone.
that. We going to Vegas, and I asked permission.
All right, Tyrone. We'll have a good time, brother.
I sure damn will.
All right, Tyrone. Gotta go. RD4254-7-7. Yo, Rome. Maybe that Cowboy Jess had 3 wives. Had 3 wives. I'm 100% convinced that he was the problem. Now, we can't pass judgment on Cowboy Jess. We don't know why those marriages didn't work out, okay? So some guy was hitting me up talking about, hey, Rome, why don't you talk about these guys that ask permission? They go to work, they pay the bills, they take care of their wives, and then they got to ask permission to go hang out with the boys. Well, most guys that have to do that, well, they got priors, man. And they're not trying to lose their marriage. It happens. Not all marriages are rainbows and lollipops, man. Stuff happens. Sometimes you gotta backtrack a little bit. Sometimes you got priors. A couple of you guys got some strikes against you, and you gotta ask permission. I get it. Already 4254-7-7 Rome. Those are the same guys that talk all that smack and have an unhealthy relationship or don't have a relationship at all. Yeah, there's 2 things you can count on. It's always the single dude who can't find a chick who's telling you you're a punk for asking permission. Just like it's always your single friend who's telling you you're in a bad relationship. She can't find one, so she's got to get you. She got to bring you down with her. Yo, Rome, it's not about priors. It's about consideration. Yes, men might work and provide for the family, but then the wife's at home holding down the fort. Being home, handling the household is not easy. First of all, I'm going to tell you right now, yes, it is. Hold on. Maybe not with homeschooling now. My bad. When it was just you, it might have been easy to clean the house, but not with your kids being homeschooling them now. Hey, we look forward to having them come home for possibly some help or a break. Having to worry about getting a call from the cops is the last thing we want. And 2, lots of times the man isn't the only one working in the home. So in that case, yes, you're right. It's okay for the woman to go out and just the way these guys want to. I agree with you on that. Good morning.
I know that fool is still tripping, talking about he's got 3 wives.
3 ex-wives, yeah.
Yeah, he's got 3 ex-wives because he never asked permission. That's the problem. Just because you're ugly doesn't mean you have a free ticket to go and drink with your friends. You still got to ask.
That's awesome.
I agree with the first gentleman that just called right now. Well, not the first one, but the one that just called right now that's going to have a very great Valentine's Day and ask for permission.
Yep.
I mean, hey, it works for some people. But I'll be honest with you, this is Bakersfield, so don't try to play someone. How far are you really going to go?
All right. Well, thanks for calling. All right.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. There you go. See? Ask permission once in a while. All right, 842-547-7. So a guy just texted me, and he said last night him and his wife were out at a restaurant. His phone he left in the car, so he borrowed his wife's phone. Somehow he ended up in her photo section of the phone, and he said he saw a bunch of photos of her in some sexy lingerie, some bikini shots, and he's never seen them before. He was asking me what I thought. Either she's an egomaniac or she's cheating on you. I don't know. RD42547. Good morning, now what's going on?
Hello, Romeo, mi Beto.
Hey, Beto, what's going on?
It's because, she takes in extra Christmas money, fans only.
No, maybe.
You're going to get a new tool set. Be grateful. Be grateful.
All right, Beto. Maybe she got an OnlyFans. I don't know, man. I really don't know. Women take selfies of themselves when they're trying on clothes. Women take selfies of themselves when they think they look good because they want to capture the moment. So I don't know. Already 42547. Of course she's cheating. Of course. Why wouldn't she be? Hey, Rome. She's got her OnlyFans page and making that money on the side. See, Beto, you called it. Hey, Rome, taking pictures of myself in sexy gear, it's an ego thing. Oh, that's what you said. I do that all the time. See, that's, everybody wants to go to cheating. Everybody wants to go to something, maybe. You don't think women have egos? You don't think that women find something they look good in and they want to capture the moment and look at it again and again? I mean, is your problem that you've never seen them before? Have you never seen the lingerie before? Have you never seen the bikinis before? Are they not in your closet or in your bedroom? I mean, all right, Rome. Already 42547. Rome, let's see here. Let's see. Sorry, I gotta work. Okay, I take sexy pictures all the time in sexy clothes. It's an ego thing and confidence booster. Honestly, I'm married over 10 years of marriage. Well, here's the question. Has your husband seen the photos? I think this guy's saying he's never seen this stuff before, never seen the photos before. So should she be sharing them with him so that he doesn't just, accidentally bump into him? Already 42547. Guy sent me a text message talking about his wife. He said they were out to dinner last night. He left his phone in the car, so he borrowed his wife's. Somehow, he ended up in her pictures. He saw a bunch of pictures of her lingerie and I guess bikinis that he says he's never seen before. Yeah, he's asking me what I thought about it. There's two thoughts to process. Either she's taking selfies for ego reasons to look at herself because she thinks she looks good, or she's sending them to somebody else somehow, right? Those are the two things we're going with at this point, right? Already 42547. Good morning, now what's going on?
Okay, Romeo, I am going to say my woman's opinion, either agree or disagree. But a woman that takes a selfie of whatever the house she wants to try on I don't think that it should be for anybody in social media to be seen, because it's something that she's going to wear either for her husband or her boyfriend. But if she's married and she's not showing it to her husband, obviously she's getting attention from another man.
Okay.
Because if the man is not giving her attention, obviously she's gonna go find it somewhere else.
Well, we don't know if it's on social media or not. He never told us that. He just said that he saw them. So we don't know what she's doing with them. But
then, damn, that woman is cheating on him. I feel sorry for him.
All right.
If I'm gonna try something on, I'm gonna try it on for my husband. That's it.
Okay. All right. Thanks for calling. Appreciate it.
Have a good day.
RD42547 Rome. She's probably making a calendar for him to give it as a gift. Now he ruined it. Is that what you women do? Take photos of yourself, make a calendar out of it? Yeah, I'm sure that's the most likely scenario. RD42547 Rome. Yeah. She chose, she's getting paid or something. Let's say send it in to someone. Maybe you might, how many photos were there? What, why? I don't know. Maybe she had, I don't know. It's a good question. It's a good question. Already 42547-7. Good morning, Romeo. She's sending those pictures to Big Daddy. Sancho, by the way. Go 49ers. Okay. All right. Already 42547-7. A guy, he sent me a text message a little bit ago talking about he was on his wife's phone yesterday. Apparently they were out to dinner. He says he left his phone in the car, used hers, got into her pictures for some reason, saw a bunch of photos of her lingerie and bikinis. Said he's never seen them before. Doesn't know what to think about it. Alrighty, 42547-7. Good morning, Hot. What's going on?
So about this phone call.
Yeah, what's up?
So first of all, you know damn well she did not he did not borrow her phone while she was sitting there and then make it through the pictures and everything.
Okay.
He grabbed his phone and went through it.
Okay.
Anyway, the photos themselves. So my relationship of 15 years, my husband went through my phone, he looked at my pictures. He seen selfies. Nothing revealing, just selfies. He tripped. Why did I never send these to him? Why has he never seen these? Why would I? If the man does not make me feel good about my pictures, why would I send them to him?
Fair enough. It's a fair argument.
If he's not complimenting me or making me feel good about it, even if I'm sending him on Snap and he's not saving them,
sure.
You're not making me feel like you care about those pictures, so why would I send them to you?
Fair enough.
Why would I show them to you? So instead of making a girl look bad, there could be a lot of reasons behind this. I know personally I don't send them, but I don't sit there and take pictures of myself trying on clothes either.
Okay. All right.
That's different.
All right.
But,
All right. Thanks for calling. All right, bye. Already 42547-7. Here's my question. Here's my other question about these quote unquote selfies she took of herself. Do they look like selfies or do they look like somebody else took the photo? You can tell the difference between somebody who's taking a selfie of themselves and if somebody else took the photo. He needs to answer that question as well. All right, 842-547-7. A guy sent me a text talking about last night him and his wife were out and he left his phone in the car, so he asked to use hers. He found some photos of her in lingerie, different bikinis, he said, and he's never seen them before. Doesn't know what to think. Already 42547-7. Good morning, Hot. What's going on?
Yeah, in response to the question on the radio, I was wondering too, like, is it a selfie, like a mirror selfie, or are there pictures that were taken from afar? Because if the pictures were taken from afar, then yeah, she's definitely cheating.
Well, there's something going on there. You're right. What does the picture look like?
If they're selfies, like if they're mirror pictures, I can't tell you how many times, especially when I was in the gym, how many pictures I just flooded my phone with all these selfies of me in different outfits. So, it depends on how the pictures are taken.
Hey, when you say different outfits, do you mean gym outfits or like lingerie?
Hey, I'm talking about lingerie.
Okay.
I'm talking about t-shirt, panties. I'm talking about gym outfits. Everything.
Gotcha.
And honestly, at the time, I think my now husband, who was now I was talking to, I think I would especially take pictures for him if I was going to send it to him. But if I was just flicking it up, because I was conceited as such.
Okay. All right. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Hey, thanks for calling. I appreciate it. It's hard to say nowadays because she's right. How many selfies do you see of these gym rats? These chicks are taking everything. So, I don't know why. Are they selfies, first of all? So, I don't know why your wife has pictures of herself in lingerie or bikinis. That's what he said. So, already 42547-7. I'd even okay to be going through your spouse's phone, whether you're married or not. Oh, it's okay to go through your spouse's phone. There's nothing wrong with that. But I just think it's kind of questionable why he used her phone to begin with. Hey, sorry, this is somebody else who was talking about something else. Hey, my wife is super sexy and she takes sexy selfies all the time. Some she sends me and some she doesn't. I think she is checking herself out and seeing how good she looks. Yeah, you can't take ego out of the question for these women nowadays, okay? All right, 842-547-7. This guy sent me a text talking about Last night, him and his wife were out, and he left his phone in the car, so he asked to use hers. He found some photos of her in lingerie, different bikinis, he said, and he's never seen them before. Doesn't know what to think. RD4254777. Hey, Romeo, I take pictures of myself all the time from regular and sexy pics. We take them because we feel good enough to, but might not be confident enough to send them to our, or post them. Might be feeling ourselves one day. I want to take a sexy picture of ourselves. Geez, it's not always cheating. Well, I mean, the other question is, was there, were there any nude photos? That would be the other question. If she's just taking them in sexy lingerie and or bikini shots, I mean, and there's no nudes, that might say something. Hey, Rome, he just ruined his gift. Oh, maybe. She's probably making him a lingerie calendar for him. Okay. Hey, maybe she's taking sexy pictures to put something together for him like a gift. That's a good, and now he just ruined it. I'm guessing he didn't have a conversation with her about it because he's telling me about it this morning. RD4254777, Rome, she's listening. She better make that calendar now to cover it up. Oh, that's pretty funny. You're right on. Now she's got to do it. Hey, Rome, is she taking them to give herself confidence? He's lacking on what he's giving her, and that's why he hasn't seen them before. Maybe. The interesting thing is why you got to first look at how, hey, Rome, she's sending them to me. You've got to look and see if they're actual selfies or if somebody else is taking them also. There's, Rome, why doesn't he ask her? Is he scared to ask? I believe he has the right to ask. Oh, absolutely he does. But the problem is you don't want to start something when there ain't none. And what if she legitimately is just doing it, like you said, for some sort of gift purpose? You never know. So, I don't know. You don't want to start something, especially you don't want to ruin a gift if that's truly what it is. RD4254777. Hey, good morning, Rome. Raider Rob here. Looks like she's playing the field and he's not on the team. So bounce, homie. Yeah, I don't know about all that, but okay. I mean, cheaters making excuses like always. Well, I mean, Big Boy sent me a text message that I guess we need a clarification on who took the photos. Do the photos look like selfies or like somebody else is taking them? But you have to understand, and I don't want to make excuses for cheaters, but not everybody's cheating. I mean, I know you guys believe in Bakersfield, California, where we live, that once somebody does anything that you could justify as cheating, you will say it's cheating. And maybe it is. I don't know. But I'm just saying that when women take a lot of photos of themselves. They take a lot of selfies of themselves to see how they look in certain things, okay? I do know that for a fact, that because she took photos of lingerie or because her husband hasn't seen them, is that cheating? Is she cheating? Do all of you guys know the photos that your wives have on their phones right now? Do all of you guys know? Do all of you guys know who your wives are talking to on Snapchat and Instagram and on TikTok or whatever site they use, whatever social media they use? Are all you guys aware of everything that's going on within that realm on that phone that your wife does? I don't believe you are. The better question is, do you think there's a photo? You guys, do you think there's a photo of your wives on that phone that you've never seen? The other question is she? Yeah. Let's start with that. Already 4254777. All right. Hey, Rome. Everyone that says that's saying a calendar is a female just trying to back each other up calendar, ain't no man gonna say that. Also, if she was hiding them pics, he wouldn't have found them. She would not have let him use her phone. Hey, people make mistakes. People forget. When cheating becomes so common, right? When you let me ask you this question. When you first start cheating, don't you work extra hard to get away with it? But then after you start doing it for a while, you get lazy, you get complacent. You're not paying attention as much. So you get caught because you weren't taking the same precautions as you were before. Hey, Romeo, good morning. For everyone heading to work, avoid Olive and 99 South. Traffic is really bad. Freeway looks closed to the south. Okay. Thank you for letting everybody know. Yo, Rome. Cheaters making excuses like always, but I'll check her phone today. I'll let you know later. Yeah. Like I said, how many of you guys really know everything that's on your wife's phone? I know you think you do. Maybe there's no reason to even look. But I bet you don't. I bet you'd find a picture on there that you'd be like, wait a second. I bet you'd find a picture on your wife's phone right now that you might have a question mark. A Scooby-Doo moment. You might just, it would make you question. Now, whether she's a cheater or not, depends on how you define cheating. Do you guys know everything your wives and who they're talking to on their social medias? I bet you don't. And I bet if you did, you'd have some questions, to say the least. But back to the point of women do take pictures of themselves. They do take selfies in different stages and forms of undress, of doing their makeup, of how they look, so they can look and see what they look like, okay? 424-254-777. What did you send me here? Yo, Rome. Hey, good morning, Romeo. Off subject. Will you be doing the Easter egg hunt next week? I will be doing the Easter egg hunt next week. I just actually looked at what's in the basket. It's got some good stuff. Of course, Rodriguez and Associates always taking care of us with $100 gift cards. So, yeah, there we are doing the Easter egg hunt. I don't think I've ever missed a year. So, yeah, no, don't worry about it. We got you. Hey, Romeo, if you don't want to find out or get hurt, don't look through her phone. Some guys to ladies of their doing what? Same guys to you ladies if they same goes for you ladies if they're doing something wrong. Everything will come to light without looking. I don't know. Okay, yeah, I don't know what you're trying to say there. You need to get a dictionary. Hey, Rome, last time I asked. Let me see here. What did you send me here? Last time I asked X who she had sent pics, I had found she said none of my business. That's when I knew she was doing stuff, whether it was cheating, as in sleeping around, or just sending nudes. I mean, sending nudes to somebody else is cheating, so there's a lot of, yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. I want to believe that most of you are, gosh, I didn't want to talk about cheating today, but most of you, I want to believe that most people aren't cheating, okay? But there are a lot of signs out there. There's a lot of opportunity that was never there before these phones, and there are a lot of signs. And whether this guy's wife is sending, provocative pictures of herself to somebody else, or whether she has them to just because she was trying on clothes and wanted to see, he didn't know anything about it. So, I don't know. All right, 842-547-7, Rome. If my husband would go through my phone and find nudes, it would be because I took them in advance before having to send them to him on a good day. Because dudes be wanting nudes at the most random and inconvenient times. Like, I'm not going to send you a nude when I'm in the middle of a damn Walmart. I mean, that's a good question. That's another good question. How many of you wives actually send your husband nudes? It's funny because you go on, and the reason I say that is because I think there are very few women out there that truly work hard for their marriage sexually, that truly try to do like this wife is saying. And it's funny when you go on these Instagrams, TikToks, or whatever, there's always some woman saying, oh man, if he was my man, if my man went to work every day, I'd get up in the morning and give him this and do that and have his lunch and all these things. And, they're lying. because once they get in that position, they get complacent. Now, I think it's funny, though, when I hear somebody say that. Like, I believe whoever just texted me and said she sends her husband nudes, I believe her because she brought it up out of a random conversation, okay? But now there's going to be a bunch of women who are lying right now who will call in and say, no, Rome, I do it all the time. My husband wants this, my husband wants... No, you don't. You guys are all lying to make yourselves feel better. Because I believe there are so few women in their marriages that are trying to really, really keep their husband's attention sexually. They just, once you get married, you don't think it matters anymore, and then you wonder why you get cheated on. All right, 842-547-7.
Hey, Romeo, I just want to speak on the nude thing, man.
What up?
Hey, so men, we're physical creatures. So women lose us when they don't keep the physical attraction they're going. So my lady, she'll send me a nude anytime I ask for it. She's at work, whatever like that. But the thing is, a lot of these women don't understand, like, you can do all this stuff, make them lunch, do this, do that. But the physical attraction is where we're really emotionally connected.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Women, I totally agree. And women know that. They just, for whatever reason, they stop. But there's a lot of reasons why they stop. Well, actually, yeah. I do know a lot of the reasons why they stop. But, they're just... But they'll lie and say that they didn't. Women will tell you that. Women will tell other people how sexual they are and how freaky they are and how they keep their man, but they're not really doing that at home. I'm surprised. You got a good one, bro.
Yeah, because women are emotional, we're physical. So when it comes down to it, if I go home and I do the dishes, clean the house, do everything like that, help out around the house, all that stuff, she's going to be physically attracted to me and she wants more.
Okay.
All right. Men can do the same thing. If we don't hold it down at the house.
Well, you're right. You're right. But the problem is, where does that start? Where it starts is one of the parties does less and less. Either the guy stops holding it down in the ways that she wants, or she stops doing some of the sexual things that she used to do to keep your attention. Now, the big question is, where does that begin? What came first, the chicken or the egg? Okay?
Exactly. Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, man. Thanks for calling.
All right, brother.
Later, brother. I mean, he's absolutely right. And I'll agree with you. Sometimes guys stop giving you the attention that you want, but you don't. And so you just respond in return, ladies. And I get it. But I think most of the time it's the women that are either they believe their own hype that they're doing everything they need to do sexually, or I guess sexually is the way to say it, to keep the man attracted, and they don't know what's really going on, or something's come up. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why you guys get where you were, and I think it's easier to get a man back on track than it is to get a woman, because a woman will make a lot of excuses on why she doesn't, want that or act like that anymore. And a lot of it, I hate to say this, and you guys are going to get upset, if you're going to be honest about it, most of the time in most relationships, it's the woman that's created the problem and not the man. And I'm not saying that they're wrong for some of the reasons why they've done it, but it is the woman who's created it. Hey, good morning, Rome. Hey, ladies, don't send nudes to your man. I would go to a buddy's house, and he would introduce me to his lady, and I would already know what she looks like naked. Well, I don't think you have a lot to work. First of all, there's a lot of women out there who are sending nudes to boyfriends because they're trying to lock them down, thinking, oh, this is what I got to do to keep them, to get them to, and maybe that is. And so he doesn't care about you. He's showing them to everybody, but there's not a lot of wives really treating their husbands like that. There's not a lot of wives sending nudes to their husbands.
What up, Rom?
What up, man?
Hey, what started the whole nude picture thing?
Somebody said she sends her husband nudes photos.
Oh, so it's just a girl, what? She's trying to flaunt on her friend or something? Or I'm a little late to the conversation.
Well, maybe you should get up earlier. I don't know. The text message was 30 minutes ago.
I can't be on the radio all day. But
it was something about sending her nudes to her husband every once in a while or something like that. I can't remember the text message now, but that's how it got started. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think she was trying to flaunt on anybody.
If she's sending news to her husband on the regular or randomly, that sounds like a good wife right there. Because, man, some girls, once they get you once they know they got you, they stop doing all that freaky stuff.
That's what we were saying.
Oh, man.
Okay. All right, man.
All right, later.
All right. Well, there's a podcast. Listen to what you missed. Show starts at 5 a.m., by the way, for those of you that don't know. Hey, good morning, Rome. I do what the wives stop doing. I will send their husbands nudes for a small fee, of course. That way, when they get home to their wives, they can go to Pound Town. Think of me. What? Yeah. Okay. I mean, you want to know why OnlyFans is that? And now I got to say this because she brought it up. You want to know why OnlyFans is so popular? You want to know why whores on Instagram and TikTok and all of these social media sites that's so popular is because these guys' wives are not doing it. It's that simple. And you could try to argue with me all you want, but you'd be wrong, okay? That's why OnlyFans wouldn't exist or these hoes on TikTok or Instagram Reels or whatever it is would not exist if wives were doing that for their husbands. I'm just trying to help your marriage out. Hey, Romeo, one of my homies got upset with his wife because she was posting on Facebook a sexual table of how many points she has. For example, if you have done this sexually, you get 1 point. It keeps going. And she had so many points. So my homie was mad because he's like, we haven't even done all that, etc. Well, later on, he found out she was cheating on him. So she did have all those points, but not because of him. By the way, he stayed with her. Well, I get it. Some people are so insecure when it comes to cheating that, they're afraid to leave the women they're with, or the men they're with. I mean, it's human nature. It happens. I get it. Sometimes you just, you don't know what else to do, so you stay with them. But okay, that's interesting. Hey, Rome, preach, Rome, tell the world. You're top flight radio of the, what? You are top flight radio of the world, Craig. I don't even know what that means. I'm really just trying to help you guys out, to be honest with you, in your marriages, because there are some things you can't tell your wife. It'll just make her upset. Or there are some things you can't tell your husband. It'll just make him upset. So when we talk about why your sex life or why your interest in each other changes and you're not getting what you want, and then cheating occurs because you feel like, hey, I got to go somewhere else because this person's not giving me what I want. A lot of it is a simple fix. A lot of it is easy if you just had the information and you could understand it without getting offended. Now, when I say it, it's okay if you get mad at me for saying it. But at least you're not getting mad at your husband for saying it. At least you're not getting mad at your wife for saying it. Because I'll say it. And be mad at me, but I'm right. And I'm really trying to help you. Good morning, Hal. What's going on?
Hey, yo, what up, Rome?
What up, man?
Just wanted to comment on the whole wives sending their nudes to their husbands. I remember my last relationship, I used to get nudes all the time from my girl, but when we started arguing a lot, it stopped. And I remember bringing it up one time. I was like, hey, you used to do this and that. She's like, well, you don't make me feel good anymore. And I think as men, we're more physical, and I think we tend to forget that women they can be physical at some point, but way more emotional. So a lot of times, if you're not making your lady feel good and taking care of stuff at the house, she might not want to do that little extra stuff for you all the time. Then that's when things start falling apart, and you're looking at her like, hey, But you got to. It's all about taking care of your house and your woman, and emotionally too. You can't forget about that. You can't just sit around and expect them to throw it at us all the time if we're not taking care of her. You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying, but the problem is that more often than not, the man is still reaching the woman's emotional needs, and she stops doing it first. Or she sets the man up to stop meeting her emotional needs by the way she treats him that leads him to do that. That's all I'm saying.
And I think that's selfish at that point.
All right, man. All right, brother. Thanks for calling. I mean, he's 100% right. You're 100% right about what you're saying. But how do we get to that point? That's the thing you guys are failing. That's what I'm trying to let you know. Getting to that point, somebody starts it first. Either he does or she does. Okay?
Hey, tell him, bro. Hey, he was over talking about a man thing. That boy sounded like he was 14 years old. Hey. Well, hey. Happy wife, happy life. Hey, good morning, Rome. You're the best.
All right. Thanks for calling.
Hey, keep giving him that knowledge.
I'll let him know. All right. Later.
All right, brother.
I mean, happy wife, happy life is stupid, okay? I'm just going to tell you that right now. That's just stupid. If that's your philosophy, you're a punk ass, you know what, okay? Because that's stupid. I'm sorry. And you could, whatever. What kind of selfish ass wife do you have that everything has to be good for her for your life to be good? That's stupid, okay? So every time she gets what she wants, you get what you want, that's not even true, okay? So give me a break on that nonsense. Yo, Rome, I'll be at work, so I text my wife for some motivation, some boom. I get those kinky pics to get motivated to get back home to her. Well, once again, if more women treated their men like OnlyFans wouldn't exist, and these men wouldn't be looking at other photos or going to other places or doing whatever it is that they're doing, and that is disrespecting their marriage. So, but I mean, the bottom line is this. Do you know how you got there? Because the woman will say, well, he stopped being romantic. He stopped meeting my emotional needs, so I stopped meeting his sexual needs. And the guy will go, well, she stopped meeting my sexual needs, so I just, wasn't interested anymore. Do you know how you got there? Most of the time, it's the women that get you there in that relationship, and then they blame you. I'm talking from the very beginning. Most of the time, I mean, there's a lot of men out there that take their wives for granted, and are selfish, and then you're where you're at because of your own doing. Well, the same thing goes for women. But he's not there because of his own doing. He's there because of your own doing. And you guys got to accept accountability and responsibility for your part in what you've done. And most of the time it's the women because they control sex in the relationship anyways. So it is 9 times out of 10, it's a woman is the reason, they're not sending you nudes. They're not, being promiscuous with you, but they have no problem doing it with somebody else, right? Alrighty, 42547-7. See, now we're right back to Bakersfield. Good old Bakersfield. Now I know why you guys believe what you believe when it comes to relationships in this town. I don't know how you consider and say it's the wife's fault for the sexual relationships. Those guys, they just told you how men lose interest in their wives and stop communicating with them emotionally, and that is why women are not sexually attracted to their men. Okay, I agree with you. But what you're not considering is this. And I'm not arguing with that logic at all. What I'm saying is the majority of the time, though, most of the time, 8 out of 10, okay, it's the wife's fault that the husband's sexual relationship or needs aren't being met. And one of the main reasons is because women just control the sexual relationship in a household. Okay? They're the ones that control it in their marriages. So to sit there and go, well, my husband's not talking to me enough, so I'm going to stop having sex with him. Or my husband's not doing the same romantic things that he used to do, so I'm going to stop talking to him or stop having sex with him, okay? Which is fair. That's a fair argument to make. But here's how it really breaks down, okay? You meet a guy, and this guy will jump through all the hoops to get with you, to have sex with you, to be with you, right? He'll stay out till 3 a.m., go to work at 6 a.m., right? Well, at a certain point in your relationship, before marriage, while you're still dating, most of you women will go, wait a second, does he like me for me or does he just like me for sex? Because you're having a lot of sex, you're having a good time, you know? Even what's funny about the whole emotional side of things too is in this honeymoon phase of a relationship, it's funny how you women don't really care as much about this emotional side or this emotional need that you want met. You're just with some guy, you think he's hot, and you're hitting the sack with him. But then you reach a point where it does kick in. Does this guy really care about me? Does he care about my emotional needs and wants? Or is he just trying to have sex with me? So now you change your program. You start going with, well, I'm not going to have sex with him. All you want is sex. All you want is sex. What about this? What about that? Which is fine, which is fair. But drives him away. Or he stays with you long enough because now he's in love with you. And now you're getting married. And now he's not as interested in sex with you because you're always telling him no because you want to make sure that he's with you for the reasons you want him to be with you and not just for sex. Okay? So now we have a disturbance in the force. Now we got an issue. But now we're married. And so all of a sudden, you're ready to have sex again because you've realized, hey, this guy isn't just here for the sex. But then you've already caused a problem. So he's going to work. And that's not sustainable either, by the way. A guy staying up till 3 because he wants to hit it with you and hang out with you and then go to work at 6, that's not sustainable. That's unrealistic. What happens in the first 2 years of your relationship is normally unrealistic, okay? On both sides. But you guys don't understand that. So now, then you throw kids. You don't feel as sexy. You know, and that's the other problem. You cannot blame a man for you not feeling sexy. Because no matter what he says to you, no matter how many times he tells you or whatever he loves you or how good you look, you will always find an issue and say he's wrong and believe you. And then you blame him for that. See all these problems that occur that don't have anything to do with him not coming home and helping out around the house or him not talking to you emotionally or whatever the case may be. He's still doing it. Not as much, but neither are you. So I got this story here. A guy was telling me, hey, Rome, I got a story for you. Maybe we can turn it into a topic for the day. So one day, me and my boy were coming down from Isabella, and we're talking about girls, crazy girls. The one girl, he said he knew back in the day, snuck out of her house to get some, right? She literally cut her own hair, glued it to the doll. She had one covered. The doll she had covered in her bed to make it look like she was still sleeping. Her parents came out. They found out. They went completely nuts. Almost reported her missing before she came back home. What women in Bakersfield can top that story? Sneaking out of the house, huh? I'm trying to think if I ever snuck out I know a couple of girls that snuck out of the house, actually, back in my day when, they would have been in big trouble if they got caught. I don't think they ever got caught. I don't know. All right, 42547-7. You ever snuck out the house? Let's see here. Hey, Rome. Let's see. I told the story before. My aunt owned a giant horse ranch, and they had a barn out back. that they never used, so I came up with the genius idea to sneak out with this girl I barely knew. We broke into my auntie's barn. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Hey, Rome, I remember pushing my parents' car from my house so they wouldn't hear when I would sneak out. Well, there you go. A lot of people sneak out the house. It's the sneaking in that you got to worry about. 842-547-7. Someone sent me a story about sneaking out of the house. I guess he was with this girl, right? She cut her hair. She snuck out of the house. So she cut her own hair, glued it to a doll she had, covered the doll in her bed to make it look like she was sleeping. Apparently her parents found out, went completely nuts, almost reported her missing before she came back home. She did all that to sneak out of the house to go hook up with some dude, right? I mean, yeah, that's pretty bold, man. That's pretty bold. All right, 842-547-7. Good morning, Hal. What's going on?
Yo, morning, Rome. Hey, I don't know about sneaking out the house, man, but I remember I used to sneak in the house to bang the girls, you know what I mean? And recently, actually, believe it or not, there's this divorce lawyer, hope she doesn't listen to your show, but her and her husband were going through it, and I snuck into her house because they used to sleep in separate bedrooms, man, and banging her out while he's sleeping down the hall.
Dude, that's bold, bro. Sneaking into a house is freaking bold. I'm sorry, man. That's just bold.
I mean, I got the adrenaline rush when I was in high school, man. But I mean, she's older than me. I'm only 27. She's about 45.
And you never got caught sneaking in.
Not by her, but her husband, no.
Oh, gotcha.
I mean, I got caught by back in the day. My girl's mom, where her daughter bent over on the bed, but it's all good,
And what did the mom do? Just run you out?
She kind of hit me with a couple of chanclas, nothing too crazy, but I mean, I ended up getting her daughter pregnant, and, the rest is history,
Sneaking in the house. That's bold, boy. That's just crazy. All right, brother.
Hey, you only live once, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but that could go all kinds of wrong.
Hey, I just tell them I thought I was in the wrong house, or the right house,
You're not in the wrong house when you have somebody bent over their bed.
No, I could have sworn this was my house. The keys worked,
You're an idiot. Get out of here.
All right, bro.
A guy was telling me a story about some girl he knew. She snuck out of her house so they could have sex. Well, she ended up cutting her hair and I guess gluing it to a doll. Then she put the doll in her bed so that her parents would think that it was her sleeping. Parents found out. They went crazy. I guess almost reported her missing. I don't know why they wouldn't. They probably knew something was up, but she had to get hers. So sneaking out of the house. You guys sneak out of the house? RD42547. That guy who said he would sneak into a house, I would never sneak into a house. That's just putting your life on the line right there to sneak into a house for sex. But nah, sneaking out. I know a couple of girls that did it. Hey, Romeo, I have a friend. We were in high school. He pretended to like men so he could sleep over chicks' houses. Parents believed it for a while until he got caught having sex. Hey, Rome, that last caller must be lying or lame because he said he was 27 and she can't go to his place. He must still live with his mom. He must not be hitting it right if they didn't make enough noise to wake up the husband. Because if it was me, I'd be throwing it down. Of course you would. We know you'd be putting it down. All right, now, he was saying he was sneaking into a chick's house. She was going through a rough patch with her husband, so they were sleeping in separate rooms. And he would sneak into her house. Maybe she liked the thrill. Maybe he was sneaking into her house because she liked the thrill of it. Hey, Rome, I tried sneaking out of my grandparents' house through my bedroom window. Well, they had a cheap alarm from the Dollar Tree in the window. As soon as I messed with the window, the alarm fell off and wouldn't stop going off. I had to sleep with it between my pillows until the battery died. I had this chick that lived down the street from me when we were in high school. We were seniors in high school. She lived, I don't know, maybe the block over. And she had this grandma that would babysit her. Babysit all of them. It was her. She had a couple of brothers or sisters, something like that. So the grandmother would come over. But the grandmother was so old and senile, she would fall asleep on the couch. So she didn't have to sneak out. She'd just walk out the front door. All right, 842-547-7. Sneaking out the house. A guy, he sent me a text message talking about a buddy of his. I guess this girl wanted to get some. And so she snuck out of her house. What she did was she cut her hair off, glued it to a doll, put it under the mattress or put it under the blanket so her parents would think she was just in bed. Parents ended up finding out. Well, didn't go too well for her. But like sneaking in and out, like sneaking out of a house, I think it's much safer than sneaking into a house. I mean, you guys gotta have some stones, man. You really gotta have some stones on you if you're gonna sneak into somebody else's house for sex while everybody's asleep. RD4254777. Hey, Rome, when I was in the Army or some sort of school in the Army, we used to sneak out of the barracks and sneak into the women's barracks to bang out my girlfriend. Almost got caught by the drill sergeant a few times. Hey, what happens if you get caught doing that in the Army, by the way? Do you get in real trouble? Hey, my ex will always sneak in the what? I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, sneak into something. Hey, Rome, I had chicks come over to me and they would do the walk of shame the next morning at sunrise. So they'd sneak into your house, huh? When I was young, I snuck into a girl's house while her man was in LA, hid in her kid's closet when she thought she heard her man coming. Nice. Oh, you gotta love that. Did the kid know you snuck in? Hey, I was doing a one-day job for a couple. Long story short, lady extended my stay for 4 days. Husband found out and told me he was going to kill me for doing his wife in his house. She was a nurse. He was an oil field guy, but a Raider fan, so it was well worth it. Yeah, that sounds about right. Hey, Rome, I used to sneak into my girl's house late at night. After me and my girl got finished, we ended up falling asleep. My mom came in my room to wake me up, let me know she was leaving for work, and ended up grabbing a handful of my girl's chest. She yelled at me, still had to sneak my girl back into her house. My mom still brings that up to this day. It was almost 20 years ago. Wow. RD4254777, sneaking in and out of the house so you can go get some, right? I mean, I guess everybody's done it. Talking about sneaking into the house, in or out of someone's house, your house, someone else's house to try to get a piece, right? Some guy said this chick snuck out of her house to get some. She actually cut her own hair off, glued it to a doll, put it in the bed so her parents would think she was asleep, just so she can get some. RD4254777. Good morning, how what's going on?
Hey, what's up, Romeo?
What up, brother?
Hey, man, I got a story for you.
Okay, what happened?
I remember one time I was going to college, right? And I guess this girl was digging me. So she gave me her phone number and told her to meet her later on at her house. Well, when I got there, she had told me that her parents had just barely went grocery shopping. I'm like, okay. So we got it on in her room and everything. And then next thing you know, her parents were coming back. And they were coming back into the house, and I was just in there in the room. She told me to wait there, and so I heard them trying to come into the room, and I had to sneak out the window real quick and run out the house while they were bringing in the groceries.
Oh, but you didn't get caught, right?
No, I didn't get caught, but hey, shoot, you should have seen me run. I ran like a gazelle.
So I said, you idiots, you should never sneak into somebody's house. That's a death sentence if you get caught, man. What's wrong with you dudes? All right, man. What I find amazing is I think that dudes will do anything for sex. They'll put their life at risk for sex. At least chicks, for the most part, I think, will sneak out of their house to have sex. But I don't think they'll sneak into a dude's house to have sex, okay? Chicks are a little bit brighter than dudes. RD4254777. You ever snuck in or out of a house to get some?
We got to talk about sneaking out the house, all right? Nowadays, makes it a lot tougher to get out the house, right? You got Ring cameras at the front door. You got cameras all over the place that just go directly to mom and dad's phones. Back in the day, we used to crawl out a window. Back in the day, we used to have to be I knew this girl one time. I took her out on a date when we were in high school. And I never had to sneak out. My dad was pretty legit because I was a good kid. So I never had to sneak out. My dad was pretty open and honest with my father. My father would let me just roll out knowing that I was a good kid, knowing that I was going to be safe, right? So I picked this girl up and she actually shimmied down the side of, she lived in a 2-story house. She came out the front and shimmied down a pole. Watched her do it right in the front yard. I'm sitting there in my car. She shimmies down the pole to get out.
Yeah, man. Sneaking out the house. How'd you do it? 842-547-7. Nowadays, you do that. That ring, that floodlight's going to come on with the cameras, and they're going to, they're going to catch you. 842-547-7. Romeo, I snuck out so many times, got caught. They bolted my window shut and stripped the bolts and got a full camera system to keep me from sneaking away. Oh, that's hilarious. All right, 842-547-7. Like I said, sneaking out the house. How'd you do it? Sneaking in and out of the house. Good morning, Hot. What's going on?
Well, back in the day, we can get away with things like that because they wouldn't know where we were. Today's day and age, we have them on a tracker. We know exactly where they are. But we used to sneak into pools that were community pools, like in the high-end neighborhoods. We used to sneak in there and go skinny dipping. And I almost got arrested because the cops came and shined that light on my pretty butt.
Hold on. First of all, hold on. Skinny dipping? How old were you?
Oh, absolutely.
How old were you?
The low 25. Nowadays, if those kids leave the house, their phone is connected to them. They can't get away with anything anymore. Those parents knew exactly where she was.
Oh, that's awesome. Do your kids know that you were skinny dipping?
Well, my kid's actually disabled, so I got away with murder. There's no evidence, and he doesn't care.
That is so great. All right.
So
Thanks for calling.
I didn't get it back to me at all.
That's awesome. Skinny dipping. That's great. Hey, thanks for calling. Later.
Bye.
Oh, she was out skinny dipping. RD42547. She is right, though. Sneaking out of the house or sneaking into things is it's hard today, right? She was talking about the phones, the trackers, but what about the just getting out of your house? I mean, everybody's got those Ring cameras. Everybody's got those Ring spotlight videos. People have got cameras all around their houses nowadays. How do kids even get out of their own house, let alone sneak into somebody else's? So sneaking out of the house, I don't know how you guys get away with it today, right? Because, well, there's just too much audio, too much video, too much video, too much, your phones are like trackers. I mean, I don't even know how you would do it. All right, 42547-7. A friend of mine, he's got 2 daughters. And it was funny because I helped them do some stairs, put in some stairs. He took the carpet off the stairs and then redid the stairs, wood stairs, right? And I said, I helped them do it. And I guess the way it works is when you do stairs, if you don't glue them down all the way, like the whole thing, they'll creak. And so I was gluing them down, trying to put them in tight, making sure they wouldn't, tracks wouldn't come off or whatever. And he goes, hey, make sure these steps right here, you don't glue them down. Don't glue the whole thing because I want them to creak in case my daughters try to sneak out. I can hear the creaking of the stairs. That was pretty funny. Hey, Rome, when I was 16, I was sneaking out every night to see my high school girlfriend, and she told me to go to the closet and wait. And her little brother ran into her closet and yelled, and her parents seen it was me, and we had to break up. Good old days, though. Nice. I mean, like I said, sneaking in or sneaking out. I'd rather be sneaking out the house than sneaking in the house. Talking about sneaking in and out of the house, right? I think I'd rather sneak out the house than sneak in the house. Although I don't know how you guys can get away with it at all today. I mean, with all these apps and cameras and tracking devices on your phone, I don't know how anybody gets away with sneaking out the house. Good morning, Al. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, Romeo? You still talking about sneaking in that crib?
Yeah, what up, man?
Hey, I snuck up in this girl house. I was probably about like 15 years old. Her mama knew I liked her and everything, but she got the gumption to have me sneak up in her house, right? I'm under the bed, bro. I'm slaying under the bed. I sleep under the bed until her mama go to sleep, and then we do the do, and then I couldn't even leave in the morning because her mama didn't leave like early in the morning. I had to still stay under the bed. She was bringing me food and everything. Yeah. Oh, everything, big dog. I wanted to share that with you, man.
You wasn't even scared?
Oh, no, I wasn't scared, Rome. I was motivated by that booty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Booty will make you do stupid things.
I knew I wanted her.
All right, man. Thanks for calling.
Peace.
You ain't lying, man. Booty will make you stupid. You see all how you risk your life You know, my man risked his life at 15 years old for some booty. Oh, that's funny. RD42547-7. We're talking about sneaking in and out of the house. Good morning, Hot. What's going on?
Hey, Romeo. Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, my goodness. Thank God they did not have Ring cameras back in the day, or else I would have been in so much trouble.
Why, you snuck out a lot or what?
No, I would make sure I got everybody's schedule, and when they would be gone, I would have to bring over my then boyfriend, now husband, over to the house. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it was a good thing. Technology wasn't the same as it is now.
Let me ask you a question. Are your parents still alive?
Yes.
Do you talk?
I'm not that old, Romeo.
No.
They're not old. We're Latinos.
Do you tell your parents that he used to sneak in when they were gone?
Hell no, they still live in the same house. Are you kidding me? Just imagine what they would think about him. Like, let's put it this way. Like, he came over so much and everything that afterwards he kind of felt bad, so we started renting, hotel rooms.
That's awesome.
But because I looked so young, like, the Best Western here on Rosedale Highway was like, no, you can't come in here. I'm like, why not? I'm like, because you're underage. I'm like, and I have money and I have a credit card. What's the matter?
Wow, you're going high end.
Yeah, I'm like, I guess they said I had to be 21, and I guess they thought maybe I was a prostitute. But I'm like, I never dressed that part. That's why I'm like, I was modest, and he is very shy.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm like, I think they were just hating on the fact that, they knew what was going to happen.
That's awesome. Hey, thanks for calling. That's great. Bye.
Have a good one, Romeo.
How many of you, that's another conversation we can have for another day, is, how many of you actually were sitting and having a conversation with your parents when you were an adult and told them something you did when you were a kid? Hey, Rome. So when me and my man first met, I was living with a couple that charged me $900 for a room. No privacy, no guests. I'm a grown-ass woman. I have needs, so I would sneak him in through the side and through my window. He'd spend the night, then leave before they got up. Sometimes we'd sleep in, so we had to ninja his way out. We were both in our late 20s. It was ridiculous, but so much fun. Nice.
Romeo in the Morning.
Every morning.
On Hot 94.1.